yo, we family. 3 times we heat rhymes, eye to eye, Jinx, X, and I. A bond that will never die. Wise guys will split the pie. Big style, hypnotized. I'm back home, the shark in the town. Let the fin roam, my fam in the zone. See how we rock well, exotic flow. Crystal seashells, never sleep where the beast dwell. Monster the music, you the shit, improve it. This is hip hop, get your shit chopped. It's been a long time coming on the same track with fan dumping. Look how your man's gunning for fam, cause we all stand for something. Salute the fans production, producing mass destruction. We ask none, command respect, that's the law of destruction. Back in the south with a Dutch in my mouth, fam. That's what I'm all about, damn. 3 deep when we rolling out. Leave your face posted out. Double hosted, twin toasted out. Your style bitch, watch me hold it out. Get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We family. Unbreakable balls, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm, hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm, hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm, hey yo, we family.
The Jester, nobody does it better. Ain't nothing like fam riding a beat like a bike. When it come to this rap shit, yeah, I know we out of sight. Every nigga bout on Tonka Fest, that Jinx is the best. BMX Supreme Jester, who gon' run up and test? I'm outside the gate, not in the bleachers or sideline. That mean that I ain't playing, motherfucker, I'm bout mine. You had your time, now it's mine to shine. I'm hungry when I spit, can't you hear it in the rhyme?
Cause you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, no. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, but this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah, because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, no. I wish I could take some moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out. Sneak a little breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Like to keep it on the edge so we maxed out. Sneak a little breeze from the top down. It was so sweet. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge with Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Tress Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
Do any of your friends your age still go to strip clubs?
No.
Now, let me make sure and clean this up a little bit. If there's a strip club out there, a proprietor listening to this show right now, and they like for us to host Monday night at their establishment, we are there. I will come on a strip club retirement for a sponsor.
Or Wednesday night, or Thursday night, or Friday night, or Saturday night. I'm not coming to your establishment on Sundays, but every other night of the week.
If it's a check behind it, I will come, okay? Ryan does not have to come. He's got the little small children and whatnot. I will come.
Ladies, we know you wear a lot of hats. From fitness to packing lunches, grocery shopping, and running boutiques, you do it all. But tonight is about taking a break for yourself and not feeling bad about it. Whether you're a fitness enthusiast, a boutique owner juggling the world, or a devoted dog mom like Jen, Southern Edge understands that every woman deserves a moment to relax and do what makes you happy. Courtesy of Southern Edge, the only way to truly taste the moment.
Okay, BMX, this what they want. That family shit. Dirt. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Bonds that can't be broken. Watch it. Hey yo, we family. 3 times we heat rhymes, eye to eye, Jinx, X and I. A bond that will never die. Wise guys will split the pie. Big style, hypnotized. I'm back home, the shark in the town. Let the fin roam, my fam in the zone. See how we rock well, exotic flow. Crystal seashells, never sleep where the beast dwell. Monster the music, you the shit, then prove it. This is hip hop, get your shit chopped. It's been a long time coming on the same track with fan dumping. Look how your man's gunning for fam, cause we all stand for something. Salute the fans production, producing mass destruction. We ask nothing, command respect, that's the law of instruction. Back in the south with a Dutch in my mouth, fam. That's what I'm all about, damn. 3 deep when we rolling out. Leave your face posted out. Double holster, twin toasted out. Your style bitch, watch me hold it out. Get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family.
The Jester, nobody does it better. Ain't nothing like fam riding a beat like a bike. When it come to this rap shit, yeah, I know we out of sight. Every nigga about on tongue confess that Jinx is the best. BMX a prima Jester, who gon' run up and test? I'm outside the gate, not in the bleachers or sideline. That mean that I ain't playing, motherfucker, I'm bout mine. You had your time, now it's mine to shine. I'm hungry when I spit, can't you hear it in the rhyme?
Cause you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could taste the moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, but this cup like the fountain in you shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah. Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could taste the moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern edge, girl.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out. Sneak little breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Like to keep it on the edge so we maxed out. Sneak little breeze from the top down. It was so sweet. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge with Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Added to your coffee or incorporated into food recipes. Check us out on the website. That's southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. You're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie, but the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, shawty! This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shawty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. Happy Thursday morning to you all enjoying or about to enjoy the Two Live Stews Experience with the Two Live Stews. I'm Ryan Stewart, and he is Dougie Stewart. What up, sir?
What the deal, pickle?
What the dill pickle? Oh, I get it.
Huh?
I get it. Dill pickle, that's a brand. I get it. I understand.
You never heard that before?
Yeah, I have.
Clearly you haven't, man. What's going on?
Everything is good, man. Everything is absolutely wonderful, man. I get excited about these morning shows, you know, because I get to go freely about my day now when this is done. You know, if the show is at 7 at night, which it will be at 7 at night again tonight because we rerun the show in the morning. But if the show is at 7 at night or in the evening, all day long I'm thinking about show stuff and writing notes and hear this, I hear that. We have ideas, you know, but in the morning, we get this thing out of the way, man, and I get to go on about my day and breathe freely.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I didn't even think about it like that. I see you're continuing with the theme of shots out to me, captain in high school, my junior and senior year. So how did that work? Like, how did they just say, "Hey, you're gonna be captain"? Or did you like
man,
what went on with that?
Your boy.
I don't remember the whole process because I'm sure I was captain a couple of games my senior year. But your headline makes it seem like there was a voting process or something. I'm just curious.
Everyone, or not everyone, but there's several captains for a game, but there's only one team captain per year, sir.
Oh, and did they have an election or something for that?
And I was your team captain. I think the first team captain as a junior at our school, sir.
Oh, you're saying the first junior in history to be a team captain?
At our school, yes.
Okay.
I mean, don't forget, man, your boy was the number 3 player in the state. I mean, the entire state of South Carolina. You know how many kids play football in the state of South Carolina, man?
A lot.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't get it twisted, man.
Yeah.
I used to do that. That's what I used to do, man.
Oh, absolutely. And if you see my my headline, headed down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana today. The SWAC championship goes down this weekend. And I'm just thanking God, man, the track season's over. So you ran track in high school too, right?
I did, sir.
Sir, in college.
I think I still hold the low country county record with a 10.6 in the 100.
So technically I own it because I was faster than you.
Well, but not on that track.
Okay, all right. So I don't know if people realize it. Now that I look back when I was in college, after the fact, I always see a lot of track people at South Carolina State events, alumni events or whatever. And then I think back to like when we were on the yard, and I don't remember seeing them a lot when we were on the yard. I understand now. Sir, they go back to school like the beginning of September. Like 2 days for football are in August, right? So most students come back the beginning of September. They get September off. And then in October, they start training for indoor, and they aren't done the rest of the year.
Right.
They literally have 1 month of the college year off, and then it's track day in, day out for the rest of the year.
But that 1 month, they're not off. They're still training. They're still working out. They're still running. They're not off. It's like a year-round sport.
You're right. They're not really off. You're right.
No.
Because even if they don't have a scheduled practice, and it might be something with the NCAA where they can't go out as a team, organized team, they still get out there and they run around because they feel like if they go too many days without working out, they're going to lose something.
Right. That's right.
Man, I'm so happy that these kids are done with track, and I know the kids get burnt out. Like, I can hear it in Kara's voice. My baby girl Kara is a sophomore at Prairie View A&M.
About to be a junior.
Honor roll. Praise God. Praise God
crazy,
again.
Man. Kara's a junior in college. That's crazy.
I can hear her after races and after track meet in her voice that she is just so over it.
She's worn out, sir.
She's worn out. So this thing in the off season, man, is where they come back and they charge their batteries, man. And I think is real good. And I think Kara, when the school starts every year, she's ready to go again. But man, it's just tough. So I'm just happy that this weekend is over and she can chill a little bit.
I had a girlfriend, a real steady girlfriend in high school that was on the track team at Georgia Tech. I'm sorry, not high school, in college. That was on the track team at Georgia Tech. And I dated a few female friends that were on the track team while I was at Tech. And it's year round, man. It's nonstop. They go hard. And you got to go hard. It's a lot of races. It's a lot of work. They train consistently.
That's another thing too, man. And I learned this when Kara was in middle school. She's been running since she was in the 6th or 7th grade.
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Last Dudes experience.
They run the hell out of these kids, man.
No doubt. They run.
They run the hell out of these kids where at the end of the day, man, they can't move. Like they lay on the ground. Kara used to lay on the ground for about 5 minutes just staring up at the sky, just trying to get her breath back, man. They run the hell out of these kids, man.
Yep.
Starting out in AAU and club track and all the way, it's just crazy. Shouts out to track athletes, man.
So let's discuss this real quick before I get into a few things with my kids, as you just mentioned yours.
And we also got to go over the last top 5 too. We have to make sure we do that.
Y'all have a good day today.
Tell everybody, hey, Uncle Stu, Uncle Dougie.
Tell everybody Uncle Doug said hey.
Uncle Doug.
Last week, Dr. Scott hit us up when I said shouts out to me or shouts out to me.
Mm-hmm.
And somewhat of a little debate started with, is it shouts or is it shot?
SHOUTS versus SHOTS.
In the private chat on the YouTube feed, would y'all please vote or just put down shout if you think it's shout out, SHOUT, or put down shot if you think it's shot out, SHOT. That's all. Just in the chat.
Shout out is different than shots out. Well, we'll see. Go ahead. I'm not going to even try to influence anybody. Go ahead. You're right.
There's one saying, man. It's only one. It's not. So
when you're saying it, what do you say?
Well,
you said shots out to me, did you say shouts out to you and it just sounded like shots? Or are you saying shots out?
I've never shot anybody. Well, I shot one person once.
You actually did shoot somebody.
I shot one person once. So I actually could say shots out to me because I'm a shooter.
Right. You're a
in
shooter.
These streets, I'm termed a shooter in these streets. Okay. Now, how many people have you physically shot?
I've never shot anybody physically with a rifle or gun or a BB gun as you did.
Why would you say shots out if you've never shot anybody? But you do.
No, but just
shout.
Just listen to what you're saying.
People out all the time.
Okay, we'll see what the Stewie's got to say about it, man.
Right.
We'll see what the Stewie's got to say about it.
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Last Dudes experience going down on a beautiful Thursday morning, man. On yesterday, we had some work to do with the great Tree Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Scott requested that we cut a couple of promos for Southern Edge as well as for our involvement at SNS. For those who don't know, at Sundresses and Seersucker, what is it, 12 this year or 13?
Not 100% sure.
Okay. At SNS this year in the ATL this summer, Doug and I will be your host. And we're going to share a stage for our hosting duties this year. So on yesterday, we had to cut some promos and stuff and work with the great Tree Taylor. And I missed something. Okay.
What'd you miss?
So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this real quick. And I'm going to invite the great Tree Taylor on in a second.
Mm-hmm.
With what we're doing with this show and the Two Last Dudes experience, you have to be able to show tons of grace for everyone's schedule. When we did radio back in the day, we had a set time to be at the station, hour and a half before the show. We had to do the show at the station, and then after the show, we would spend about an hour or so post-show talking about the show, what we want to do tomorrow. But everyone was on the same schedule to do that. But with this, ninjas got jobs, people got kids, people
Ninjas got
work,
jobs.
people got projects, people got to do things. So we are on the fly when we do things. So I'd already committed to Tree and you to cut those liners for Dr. Scott on yesterday. Once that was in the books, I found out about 2 hours before we were supposed to cut those liners that my son had a awards ceremony to go to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a full-time dad. I don't miss those kind of things. I go to all of the kids' activities. So when Tree calls me like, you do remember about our 6:30, right? I'm like, oh boy, Tree, I'm not going to be able to do that because I got to go to my kids' awards ceremony. I just found out about it.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately she says, okay, no problem. We can do it after the show. We'll figure out time to get it done. I'll just work with Doug. No problem. I get off the phone with her. I am anxious. Anxiety setting in. I'm like, I don't break commitments. I've got to be able to show them the same grace I would expect them to show us if they had something on the calendar. So I called Tree back and I said, I'll be there at 6:30 to do it. I'll miss the award ceremony. Sir, I kicked myself in the behind for missing it. It was on me. But in my absence, my son, as an 8th grader working on the high school play, received 3 freaking awards.
If we had the applause machine, we could give better applause.
All-Star Crew Award, the first 8th grader in the history of the school to ever get it. Junior Distinction Award and the Apprentice Award. One time for my man, Miles Stewart.
Miles E.
Miles Stewart, man.
Miles E.
So proud of Miles Stewart, man. When the wife was calling me and texting me and sending me these awards that he was winning, it was eating me up that I wasn't there. But this peace came over me. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. This peace came over me saying, you can't be but at one place at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And the guilt for not being there was relieved. It was gone. I want to welcome into the studio the great Tree Taylor.
Good morning.
All of a sudden,
Tree.
it's a snowstorm down in Columbus.
Good morning.
Yeah, never mind. Just ignore it. Just ignore it.
No, I need to know what that means. I need to know what that means.
Oh God. Now,
never mind. I mean, it looks like it's gone away. It
yes, it's like because I'm here. It's because I have arrived. Okay, the tree of life.
Snowstorm.
Okay,
Tree. What's going on, Tree? What were you about to say?
Thank you for everything you do. Thank you to Arlie and Nadi. Doug actually runs this ship, and so yeah, we are working in a space of flexibility and grace. You all did a good job yesterday. I had a good time. I love to direct Douglas, especially because he doesn't like to surrender to me.
He's not a surrenderer.
This was an opportunity. And ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 personalities going here. Y'all remember Steve Urkel, Stefan?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We have Doug and Douglas. And Douglas is what I needed for these ads, for these sponsors, for this voiceover.
Yep.
Not Doug.
Mm-hmm.
Doug will sell you swamp land in your backyard.
Yep.
But Douglas, I needed to just help you slide into that S&S experience with Southern Edge. And
great job yesterday, Tree. Great job.
y'all did good. Thank you.
Great job, Tree. Very great job.
I mean, sometimes we forget.
Doug does run the ship, and he runs it with an iron fist.
None of this is true. It's funny you say that, though. A lot of people don't even realize we make this thing so fun and we have such a good time. We're actually true professionals. Like, we did this and we did promos and, all the different components of radio on a high scale level.
It was very high.
In the number 1 sports talk show in America.
Yes.
Once upon a time before them folks sat us
down. That's true. It's noted. It's noted.
I mean, we laugh and we chuckle and we, crack jokes and all of that stuff, but we're professionals.
And we're still doing that level of delivery. So again, thank you. Thank you for being flexible. And shout out to Douglas.
Wait, you just said what? You just said what?
Shot. What did you just say, Tree?
You said shot.
I said shout. Shout.
No.
It's not shot.
I think I heard shot.
That's my point.
I think I heard shot.
We'll play it back. I said
we
shout
understand
out.
it means shouts out to someone, but we do not pronounce it shout. We pronounce it shot out. Shots out.
No,
wants to be a shooter. That wants to be a shooter.
Tree, go back and listen to what you just said.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. And Ryan, please don't tell people you were shooting all over Atlanta. I wasn't thinking of guns when you.
You gotta give context behind that. You actually shot Dr. Scott in the leg when you were like 7, 8 years old.
Why y'all keep
and he
bringing
still
up
has
stuff?
the BB in his calf.
Right.
Yeah.
That guy's a jerk. He is, man.
Why is he a jerk?
Man, he sent out a menu.
He's pretty much funding everything around here.
He sent out a menu for a tabletop menu for restaurants, and there's a drink on the menu called BB Shot. It's an actual drink. Okay,
that's very traumatic, man. And from what I remember about that incident, because I was probably 10, if y'all guys were 7,
he deserved it.
What I remember about that incident is the Scots really could have took it to the next level and took everything from us. Now we're family, but you can't shoot their baby in the leg, man, and expect no type of retribution.
Yeah, he was a bully.
Like, I don't remember Purvis and Milton coming over to the house and having a conference and saying, all right, this is what we're going to accept for payment of you shooting our child in the leg. I don't remember none of that happening. Am I right or wrong? But they would have been well within their rights to demand some type of monetary compensation.
Excuse me. I want to know what happened with you putting sand in someone's gas tank. Like, there's a couple of families that could really be coming for you in South Carolina.
We were kids.
Well, that's our uncle. Kids. I mean, our uncle just wrote that off because he's our uncle.
My daddy didn't write it off. Doug still Ryan still Two Live Stews experience, man. We got a lot of good stuff to get into today.
Yeah, so 2 things. Southern Edge Beverage Company.
Yes.
Southern Edge Beverage CO.com.
That's right.
Click on this little QR code right now and get your bottle. We'll ship it to you. Okay? Southern Edge Beverage CO.com. They bring you the 2 Live Stews. Before we go to the break, Tree, can we bring up the old poll? Can we bring up that old poll so we can go over that, get that out of the way, and then we can get into the show and talk about LeBron, Steph, KD, who's got next, and all of this stuff we got planned.
In the chat room, Loose Neck Sai said, I heard shout at Tree.
Okay, all right.
That's what Loose Neck said.
Okay, all right, fine. Yeah, so here goes our 2 Live Stews poll. The Stews' top 5 NFL uniforms. This was all brought about because of the new rule in the NFL where they're going to let them wear those little cap things over their helmet. So we started thinking about uniforms. Who's got the top 5? Give your top 5 NFL uniforms. Here's the winning list. Me. Shouts out to me. Doug Stewart's top 5 NFL helmets and uniforms. Number 5, the Ravens. Number 4, the Chargers. 3, Carolina. 2, the Raiders. And number 1, the Dallas Cowboys. So right now, as it stands, the tally is 10-4. People just want to see you compete, man, because the last couple of polls, you haven't even competed. You didn't even answer the question right. You put in baseball teams. You put in can you? I don't really want to clown too much because I really do think that seriously this probably has something to do with CTE. The last 3 polls, you just didn't. I don't know. You just went off of what you thought was going on. You didn't take this time, the second and a half that it would have taken to read the question. Is everything okay? Is everything okay at home?
Man, life is great, man. Life is great. I'll be a fool to complain, man.
So what happened? Why didn't you read the question? Why'd you answer the question of something that we didn't ask?
I do this thing called life on my terms, man. I do what I want to do. I say what I want to say. I respond how I want to respond. So just because you posed a question doesn't mean I got to answer it the way you think I should answer it. I answer it the way I want to answer it because I run this thing. This is my life, and I do it my way.
Yeah.
And I've always been like that, man.
I like it.
I always been like that. You're reaping the benefits of me doing things my freaking way.
Right.
And I'm not going to stop.
Uh-huh. Yes, don't stop. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to stop. I want you to keep on living your life the way you want to live it on these polls, and we'll just keep it going like that.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep it going like that. You keep living your life the way you want on these polls.
That's
keep doing that. So right now, as the tally stands, man, it's 10-4. Team Doug Stewart.
Okay, so six polls down right now. We do 2 shows a week. So by the beginning of the next month, I'll be at the top, and it starts today. By the beginning of the next month, I'll be at the top, and it starts today.
Can we just go ahead and float out today's top 5?
I don't think we do that yet.
Okay, all right.
I think we've got a rundown that we should follow, and I think that comes towards the end of the show. Did you read the rundown?
But I mean,
today?
we could tease it. We're not giving our answers. We're not giving our top 5. We're just teasing the category.
You know, I wouldn't be opposed to teasing it, but we got other stuff to tease for the next segment. Let's just tease what's next.
All right, we'll just
that's
wait.
How the teasing game works.
We'll start doing that next show.
You rule with an iron fist, man. Do it your way. You know.
We'll start doing that the next show. All right, when we get back from the break, man, I don't know if you realize this, or if most people realize this. This is the first year in the last
2 decades,
that Stephon Curry, LeBron James, or Kevin Durant hadn't made it to the second round of the playoffs.
Wow.
So what we want to do is kind of reflect on these guys' careers, which are legendary careers. When you talk about first ballot Hall of Fame, it's not even close.
All 3 of them.
These are 3 probably easy to say in the top 10 basketball players of all time.
I would say yes. I mean, other people will argue that, but I would say yes.
Maybe 10 to 15. So what we want to do when we get back, I want you to kind of give a couple of words, headlines about the careers of these 3 players. And also with these 3 players, or this theme, talk about who's got next. I think we said we want to throw out 3 names of who's got next.
I like that.
Meaning young guys in the NBA. Who are the next 3 or 4 guys that are going to be the face of the NBA? Because it's here.
I like that.
It's here, just like that. I remember LeBron was on the cover of Sports Illustrated now. It's about to be over. He's probably going to play another couple years, but clearly he's on the decline. All right, we'll get into that when we get back from the break.
Yep.
Don't go away. 2 Live Stews.
Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, but this cup like the fountain in you shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah. Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl.
We like to keep it on the edge so we max out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Like to keep it on the edge so we maxed out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. It was so sweet. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so sweet.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, putting it down on a beautiful Thursday morning here in the great city of Columbus, and Doug is in the great city of the ATL. It is the Two Live Stews experience, man, and we are your Two Live Stews. I'm Ryan Stewart, and he's Doug Stewart. Some really good basketball played last night, sir. A lot of stuff going on
shawty.
as we're getting ready to talk about passing the torch.
Yeah, passing the torch and really kind of looking back. Came to attention. A lot of people have been talking about it lately that it's real strange right now in the NBA because LeBron, KD, and Steph are out. None of them, or out of the three, this is the first year in 20 years, in the last 20 years, that at least one of them hadn't made it to the second round of the playoffs. LeBron's out. Unfortunate. Lost 5-1 to the
Can we talk about
Denver
LeBron real
Nuggets.
quick?
Go
Can
ahead,
we talk
man.
about LeBron real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I saw your rant going through social media where it's got like almost like 20,000 views. It's crazy.
Yeah, shouts out to those.
It's pretty cool.
Those everybody that clicked liked on that or whatever.
You're a true consummate Laker fan. Are you over the Lakers and LeBron? Are you done with LeBron?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I don't think that we're structured right now to win. I think that the main part of that little video I did was the priorities. That in-season tournament thing, man. And if you go back and look at my timeline on social media, they celebrated too much. Like, they made that thing way bigger than it should have been.
But it was a title.
They celebrated like they really won a championship.
It was a title.
Now look, it was a title. Now look, see, somebody like you that's not a fan of the Lakers would say something like that. Now look, we're out of the playoffs.
I'm a fan of sports.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of sports, and the in-season title just wasn't for one region. It was for the entire league, and it wasn't just the Lakers that wanted to win it. Everybody in that in-season tournament were putting forth maximum effort to get that trophy because it's a trophy. It's a recognized title by the league.
A couple of things. Number one, you would say that seeing as your team hadn't won nothing since 1969.
Well, my team's still playing. Where's your team?
Your team is the New York Knicks. Your team has won nothing since 1969. My Lakers have won 18 world championships. We like the Ric Flair basketball. We like the Ric Flair basketball, okay?
My team's still playing.
So the point is we don't get excited about literally a made-up fictitious in-season tournament crap garbage the way that they did, and LeBron was the head of it.
It worked.
Going back to your point, why I'm kind of over LeBron. LeBron was over that, and LeBron was kowtowing to the league, kissing up to the league, I think, because, you know, he wanted to be the ambassador to this thing or whatever. He expressed too much happiness in the whole thing, and I think it threw off our rhythm for the rest of the season. Okay,
not having perimeter defenders didn't throw off your rhythm.
Yeah, that's part of it too.
Yeah, not having a
also
solid
Darvin
number
Ham,
three.
Also, Darvin Ham might need to
Having a
learn
coach
a little bit.
Having a coach that doesn't know his own damn rotations in a playoff game didn't affect your season.
Yeah, well,
not having a strong number three or a point guard that could drop 15 points in a playoff game didn't ruin your season.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart.
Here's my comment to you: if you're over the LeBron James time in LA, who are you supposed to get that's going to replace 25, 7, and 8? Who is going to come in there and replace 25 points, 7.3 assists, and 8.3 rebounds per game? Who's going to do that?
Not from a technical standpoint, but everybody's replaced. We replaced Magic and won more championships. We replaced Kareem. We're the Lakers. Not only we replace them, but we're the Lakers. And
you hadn't had
free
a
agents
Magic.
want to come play for our organization.
You haven't
Nobody
had a
wants
Magic.
To for the Knicks.
You haven't had a Magic since Magic until LeBron.
We had a Kobe. Are you crazy? Are you drinking? It's early this morning. You did a gummy?
Kobe,
we had
man.
Kobe.
Okay.
And we had Shaq.
Yeah.
And we won like 4 championships in between Magic and now.
The position. I meant at the position.
Yeah, well, whatever, man. Bottom line is I think that whole in-season garbage thing, they celebrated too much. and it kind of threw off their rhythm. And the league was laughing at them. Look at those guys. They popping champagne bottles. They won the in-season tournament. It was too much. It just threw us off for the whole year. So listen, let's do this. So back to the topic. I want you to give a couple of thoughts on each of these players. Okay. Let's start off with LeBron. What's your thoughts when you say LeBron James, what he's meant to basketball, the whole, profile?
He's the greatest scorer ever. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not people like you who can't stand him. Y'all want to frown up. Your face just got scrunchy like this.
No, my face got scrunchy because you labeled him a scorer. He's not a scorer.
Well,
but that's your definition.
No. How can a guy that has the most freaking points in the history of an entire league not be a scorer? Y'all gotta stop hating on that man. Y'all gotta stop hating on that man. No one that ever put on a uniform and dribbled a ball on the hardwood has scored more points than him, but you got the nerve to say he's not a scorer. You're a hypocrite.
You would do yourself a favor if you just listen to your big brother for a second. Scorers are people that were instant bucket makers. Okay?
Who scored more buckets than LeBron James?
People that are guys that are regarded as great scorers in the NBA. Kevin Durant, who we'll talk about here in a second. George Gervin. What's his name? Played for your Knicks. Bernard King. Instant buckets, scorer.
Okay.
That's the proper title. LeBron is a facilitator.
Doug.
LeBron James is a facilitator and a great basketball player in general.
Doug.
He scored more points than everybody else. Part of it has to do because he's played 20-plus years. But he's not regarded in basketball circles as a scorer.
Okay. Before you move on.
I'm trying to tell you.
The first person you named as a scorer was who?
Did I say Kevin Durant? Bernard
You said
King?
Kevin Durant. But Kevin Durant's career, his career numbers, not just this season.
Okay.
Not just his best season. Over his tenure in the league, he's averaged 27.3 points. He's averaged 7 rebounds, and he's averaged 4.4 assists. The guy that you say is not a scorer over his career, which is longer than KD, LeBron's averaged 27 points for his career, 7.5 rebounds for his career, and 7.4 assists for his career. The guy you just called a great scorer doesn't score more than LeBron in his freaking career. You hypocrite. Stop it. You got to stop it. The numbers don't lie, but men and women do. You got to stop it.
Yeah, you just so what I would say about LeBron James, man, is he lived up to the billing. This is a guy, and I've been saying this for years, this is a guy who there was no way he could live up to the hype in the NBA with everything that we heard about him and on the cover of Sports Illustrated, but he actually surpassed it. He actually surpassed it, man. Durable. He's played, 20-plus years? A lot of guys, man,
he played over 70 games this year. At 40 years old.
He's a modern miracle. At his age, almost 40 years old, to play as much basketball as he has, been on the Olympic teams, been in the playoffs pretty much every year for the last 20 years, durable. And at the same time, I think there's something he's going to be remembered for is creating and starting this big three trend, which is a bad thing for the NBA, for the sport in general. When he decided to go down to Miami and pair with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and those guys as a free agent in his prime, okay? And I don't want to get into this whole conversation about stacking teams and big three and this, that, and the other. I don't want to hear, they weren't the first one to do this. No, they were the first one to do it in the form that LeBron did it when he went down and played for the Miami Heat. Right. He was. So people are going to remember him. You ask any great, you ask Charles Barkley, Isaiah Thomas, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, all of them said that they would never do what he did when he went to Miami. That's what I'm going to remember him for as well.
Right. Because you're a hater.
Okay.
And you don't like him.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it's hilarious to me how you get off of a topic that you bring up. You mentioned Kevin Durant being a better scorer, but LeBron's got better career numbers. And the minute I say that, you throw a smoke bomb and get out of there and go to something else.
Yeah, because
free agency is a blessing that a player gets to go where he wants to go. And I don't think any player should feel bad about choosing where they want to take their life and their family to make their money and play the game that they love. I don't find that as a problem. That's just you, but it's cool.
It's kind of lame, though. And the greats, the all-time greats, all agree. It's kind of lame. He's the main guy on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
The greats that played 30 years ago and that was locked into deals and couldn't go nowhere. The greats that got tagged and couldn't move.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience. Can we move to the next player in this whole trio?
I would love
Kevin Durant. What's your thoughts about Kevin Durant? His career.
We've never seen someone that size, because he's like 7 foot tall.
Right.
We've never seen someone that size with a handle like that can score the basketball like he can.
Uh-huh.
No question about it. He's one of the best, silkiest shooters in league history. His shot is what the young kids say, butter.
Right. Now, Kevin Durant's a scorer. Like I used him in the example. Kevin Durant is what you call a scorer. Kevin Durant, to me, my thoughts on Kevin Durant was born to play basketball. I mean, we saw this guy in person at one of the radio roles for, I think, maybe the All-Star game or whatever.
I believe it was in Houston.
He doesn't even look real.
No.
He doesn't even look real.
No.
Him and Dirk Nowitzki walk right in front of our table. They don't even look real because they look like they're about 180 pounds.
But
and
like
they're
7'1".
7'8".
Right. Right.
Okay. So Kevin Durant was born to play basketball. I'd say a top 5 scorer. I mentioned 3 guys that I would probably put in the top 10 as far as scorers, and Bernard King and George Gervin. The thing about Kevin Durant is he bought into this whole big 3 thing and jumped around chasing championships, which doesn't sit well with me. And also, I don't think that he's somebody. I don't think he turned out to be the leader that a lot of people thought that he could be. I went over this whole. Okay, I went over this whole thing on the little video that I dropped. Oh no, I didn't drop a video. We just talked about this. But Kevin Durant to me just seems like a follower, and that's kind of harsh. I really didn't want to say a follower because that sounds real negative. And you're watching Two Live Stews experience. But Kevin Durant was in OKC. They had all the components to win several championships. Serge Ibaka, Westbrook, Harden. He was the first one to bail out. That was going to work. They were going to win several championships if they could have stayed together. He's the first one that bailed out. Went to Golden State, won a championship, won a couple of championships. But then got disgruntled with that team, and guess what? Golden State won championships before he got there and after.
He didn't get disgruntled with the team at Golden State. He had a teammate that was calling him a newsie. He had a teammate that was calling him a bish.
Right. And maybe that's part of the reason why said teammate was calling him a bish.
I'm not staying there either. I'm not giving you my time and my talents to help you win more trophies and be a better player. If you think and you're willing to profess to the world that I'm a newsie, I'm out of there.
So he won rings there, left that situation, went to Brooklyn, train wreck. Harden, Kyrie, you would think that team should have won a championship or 2. Didn't work for whatever reason. Keep in mind now, the main denominator is Kevin Durant. And then finally, what just happened last week, man, in Phoenix is just
it's bad.
Unexplainable.
It's bad.
Okay? Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Booker, and they get put out in the first round of the playoffs. Well, the common theme, the common denominator on all those teams is him. That's it. Phenomenal player. You can't take anything away from him, but the common denominator is him.
I think something that happened in Phoenix was the fact that the team that they assembled didn't play together all year until the end of the year. Beal missed significant time. KD missed significant time. Booker was there in and out, but he missed time as well. So to win a title and win a championship, a team has to be one succinct unit. 5 players or 1 player in the court with 5 moving parts. Okay, where you know that from? but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
That wasn't the case in Phoenix. Those guys didn't know each other. I'm willing to bet if they stay healthy for the majority of next year, if they put them back on the floor together next year, that they'll have better success. But the lack thereof of time with each other playing on the floor made the difference with that team. And they weren't a team this postseason.
And the last guy, man, is Steph Curry. What's your thoughts on Steph?
Best shooter that we've probably ever seen, right outside of Ray Allen and Reggie Miller. I would love for Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, and Steph Curry in their prime to be able to do a three-point contest. I would love that. If I had to pick one shooter to represent me and my family for life, I would have to pick Steph Curry, because Reggie and Ray hit shots all the time from the three-point line, but I never saw them jacking it up 2 steps past half court like Steph and hitting shots consistently, which is something that he does.
Bottom line, game changer, man. Steph Curry has influenced a whole generation of kids that think that they can make it in the NBA. They may not be 6'4" and up or something like that, but they look at Steph and say, man, Steph is 6'2" or whatever. If I learn how to shoot from half court, I can possibly make it to the NBA. When you talk about game changers and biggest influencers in sports, I think we talked about this a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
Steph Curry really has changed the game of basketball, the mindset and the thoughts on how the game is supposed to be played or whatever. Dude shoot from half court. We never really seen it consistently.
Hits it consistently. Thank you. Very important.
And now you see Dame Lillard. You've seen Dame Lillard in the last couple of years doing the same types of things, and it was after Steph started doing it on a regular basis, man.
Yeah.
All right, when we get back from the break, man, we still got to talk about who's got next. We'll slip that in someplace in the show here, hopefully.
Wow, that was exciting. We had a very good segment and didn't even talk about what we were supposed to talk about during the segment. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's on me. I apologize.
And when we get back from the break, though, we're going to do a little bit of entertainment with our girl, Arlie, and keep it going. All right? Don't go away. 2 Live Stews.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge with Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the 2 Live Stews and the 2 Live Stews Experience, now joined by the lovely Welcome to Arliewood on all social media platforms. Arlie Michelle joins the Stews. What up, though, Arlie?
What up? What up?
Good morning,
What
Arlie.
up? What up?
Is that
Good
by
morning.
design? Is that by design that your
Yes.
glasses match your outfit, your loungewear?
It just happened because all my glasses are missing a temple, all of them. See, I don't have no. So I decided these have two, and they happen to match my jammies. So
I love it.
Was that by design that they don't have a temple? Did you buy those?
I think she chews them all.
There's like a fight going on when I put them on, and I don't know if my head is too big.
No, I'm serious, Doug. We're on these Zoom calls, and she always has these glasses, and everyone on the call always ask her, "How come your glasses ain't got no arm on it?" And she looks like that on every single call.
And are you trying to straighten it? I'm like, I think my nose. Sometimes I can get it perfectly balanced, but most time it's like a.
Wait a minute. What's the? Okay, that's strange. We got to talk more about that all off camera.
Right, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Good morning to all the lovely Stewies out there in the world. It's your girl, Arlie Michelle. If you see my eye watering, it's because somehow waking up to talk to you beautiful gentlemen and to have Tree and her loveliness, I put toothpaste in my eye. So if it just started watering for no reason, don't ask me how it happened. I was like, and I don't have contacts, so it wasn't like I touched some. I just put toothpaste in my eye. So just letting you know. That's why I said the eyes have it.
Wow.
I get it now. The eyes have it. I love it.
I talk to y'all like this. This is why.
Okay.
Toothpaste in my eye.
All right.
Well,
anyway,
listen, Arlie, we don't want to step on you all day long. Let's get to this report.
Don't step on me. Good morning. It's your girl, Arlie Michelle, with the 2 Live Stews experience this morning and the Arleywood Report. Let's get to it. We got birthdays. It's May 2nd. It's big, sexy actor Dwayne. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
Can you smell what The Rock?
He is 51 and fine. 51 and fine.
The Rock is 50. Okay, 51.
Yes. Comedian DC Young Fly, 31. He's silly. And actually, he and I have a common thing. We went to the same high school. Not sure if that's a good thing for him. It's best for him. Doesn't make me sound like I went to a really
He's an ATL dude. I didn't know he was an ATL dude.
ATL, Benjamin Elijah Mays High School. Benjamin Mays providing.
Wait a second. I'm learning more and more every second. You went to Mays? I thought you were from Mississippi by way of Louisiana. What happened?
No.
How'd you get to Atlanta?
So when
my daddy came to seminary school, we moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
And then we didn't leave. And so I went to Oglethorpe Elementary, which is now closed. It's over there on the AUC, one of the best elementary schools in the world. Sutton Middle School. Woo woo. Shout out to the Cougars. I was a cheerleader in Saddle Oxfords. That's a whole thing. Why my shins are jacked up now. Thank you, Miss Stanley. And Benjamin Elijah Mays High School.
So that seminary school right over there in the AU?
Gammon Theological Seminary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
My daddy went to ITC.
Damn, wow. Small world.
You probably, we might have dated and don't even know it.
He wouldn't remember Arlie.
That's what I'm saying.
He wouldn't remember.
I mean,
and by the way, for people not from Atlanta, like all of the players in the music industry, entertainment or whatever, went to Mays High School. And y'all very territorial and very
serious about that thing.
Yeah, they protect that space.
Serious. Yeah. Doug is our rival, but I have so many friends that went to Douglas High School. It's ridiculous. They always say, you wanted to go to Doug. No, I didn't want to go to y'all's jail. So it's the whole thing. The
mayor went to Mays too, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Yeah.
Shouts out to your Mayor Dickens. We appreciate you, Andre.
Dickens. Okay, then. So we got another birthday. This is a sad. Gianni Bryant would have turned 18 yesterday. Pop singer Victoria Monet, 35. Ray Parker Jr. Remember he used to sing. And I cannot think of the song right now, but I remember Ray Parker.
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters.
By the way, I saw that movie. Pretty decent. The new Ghostbusters. This is probably
really?
like 5th edition. It was pretty good. It came out maybe a couple months ago.
Oh, I gotta check that out because I liked that movie originally. And then tomorrow, I'm back. Say it loud. James Brown would have been 91 tomorrow. So I love me some James Brown.
Have they buried James Brown yet? Have they put him in the ground yet?
I don't think so.
You remember he sat in the mortuary for like a couple of months?
He did.
His
family. He has not. In my research, y'all know James had 9 kids. Did y'all know?
I wouldn't doubt it at all.
So that's who was fighting him. 9 children. Like getting their money straight, putting the body here. It was a whole mess. We'll have to revisit that, but shout out to him. So listen, Stewies, it was a lot going on in the world this week. We got Kendrick and the Drake beef, which I have to study up before I can put it on the show because I love me some Kendrick. I'm not a big, and Drake is, he hot, but they got a beef. So I got to study to show thyself approved before we can speak on it. We got Making Good and Jonathan Majors showing off they nasty sexiness, and they don't give a care about the whole whatever just happened with him and that girl. We got Tiffany Haddish and her new book, and she talking about Common and what he does. But what we have settled on today is
wait a minute. I'm sorry. Common. Oh man,
we're talking about it today because
we lost you. We lost you a second. Common and Tiffany Haddish are dating?
Not no more. They were, but Tiffany wrote a book, and in the book, she telling about when they did date. So we're not talking about that today, though, because we got to come back and revisit that after we really look at it. It just came out, and but what we're gonna talk about is something we talked about like 2 weeks ago. This right here. We didn't talk about Cher, but what we did talk about was these cougars, these older women dating these younger men. Cher is 40 years his senior. She was just on
my Lord.
Jennifer Hudson's show. Jennifer tied to Common, but that's another story. And apparently the universe wants us to discuss this, okay? Because it's coming back up again. She was on it. She was like, the reason I don't date older men, she is 77, is because they all dead. So that's a fact.
That's a good point. For the most likely. Yeah.
And she is, says that she just enjoys these men because they're bold, because they were raised by women like her. So keep in mind, these young men, their mamas are younger than Cher. Like it's a whole thing. So I just want your thoughts on Cher.
Can we please put that picture back up with Cher and her new boyfriend or whatever? I want you to pay attention to her neck. The neck tells the story. You can put all the damn makeup you want in your face.
You can't really see her neck though, Doug.
That's her neck is a neck of a 78-year-old woman, is my point. Her face might look like a 60-year-old woman, but her neck is 77 all day.
So you're trying to tell me when I lie about my age, I need to have on a turtleneck, is what you're saying.
I'm just telling you.
So back in the day when I was in college, I used to have relations with an older lady. Okay, I was low 20s. I was low 20s, and she was 57, 58, something like that.
What?
Right, but she was fine. She was fine. Never had no kids.
You got the bed with an old nag?
Hold on. Wait, no. Wait.
Oh my
you would have known this lady was almost 60 years old, okay? But yeah, she was a true cougar, and we had a good relationship. My question is, what age do women get at where they don't want to do that no more? Because one day I went to visit her, and she was like, I haven't seen her in a couple of years. And she was like, well, I'm glad you came by. I got your favorite drink here, and I made you your favorite meal. But that other thing we used to do, I don't do no more. So is Cher still doing that thing?
I mean,
at 77?
You got worms.
Right, I'm with Doug. She got worms. Let me tell y'all something.
I was protected.
So I just got to say this. Gonna bet you, y'all don't know this. Guess who her boyfriend's baby mama is?
Her boyfriend's baby's mama.
So this little young dude that she dating is 37 years old.
Cardi B.
I'm digging.
Cardi B's married.
No, she not. Oh, yes, she is. Wait, didn't they get divorced? I got to go research that. That's the whole thing. They go together, then break up, and then go together, and then whatever. But Ryan, you got to guess who you think it is. Gonna bet you can't.
I have no clue. I just
bet you ain't gonna know who her baby.
No, I'm not gonna know.
It is. We were talking about her the other day. Y'all remember that cute little girl that went with Kanye? Now her name has escaped me, with the blonde hair.
Amber Hill? Amber
Rose.
Yeah.
Amber Rose he got a baby that's 4 years old named Crash Electric, whatever his last name is. With Amber Rose.
They named the baby Crash?
Forget the name.
Kid don't have a chance.
She got a baby.
Kid don't have a chance in life. Hey, the next person for the interview is Crash. Oh no,
they
no.
said he's gonna be a celebrity.
Hold on. My mother's calling me Crash. We'll reschedule your interview.
Right. Well, let's just say this. The fact that he dated Amber Rose, she got a baby with Wiz Khalifa. She has a baby with this dude. So that just makes Cher like a grandmother, great grandma. Like she's old enough to be the baby who is 4. She dating the baby daddy. I'm just trying to figure out how this whole thing works. And then they named, I mean, he's going to have to be a celebrity because where do you go with that name?
Can I ask you a question? The guy that's, I'm sorry to jump back to what we were talking about, but the guy that's dating the lady that's 40 years older than him.
That's Cher.
Why? It's not a money play, I don't think. Why? I'm
Why not a money play?
What do you mean you don't think it's a money play? It's absolutely a money play.
Now, he does have a job. He works for Universal.
You don't remember Sonny Bono and Cher.
I do remember, Doug. I do remember.
So her
I know she caked up.
Her husband, Sonny Bono, died, maybe 10 years or so. One of the most horrible ways to die ever. You remember how he died?
A ski accident.
He literally ran into a tree going like 80 miles per hour on a ski slope. But they had their own TV show in the 70s. Cher is big time Hollywood royalty, man. She got money on top of money. Of course.
Listen.
Why would a dude like that? Why would a dude want an old lady like that
That's what I'm saying. Because
it's about money.
And when you think about it, our parents are like our mamas are 70, whatever. We don't know.
Somewhere around there.
But if my mama came home with somebody younger than my brother, like he's 40 years younger. I'm
younger than my son, younger than your son.
Yes, I am side-eyed. Well, not younger than my son.
No, I'm just saying, for example, if she comes home or if he comes home with somebody younger than the kids, that it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
My fear is like, is this message, is somebody trying to warn me? Is the universe trying to warn me that my child about to come home with some old lady? I need to just have some understanding. So that's where we are with Cher. I just need y'all to know. And it's got to be something. It's a really tangled web because now I'm thinking about who the baby mama is and how she works around, and then Cher. How did they even meet? But yeah,
they shouldn't even be hanging out at the same places.
How? One is at the Geritol station and one is over there getting B6 to go back to the party. I don't understand.
It's about money, and she fell for it.
But
I mean, old as she is, she should recognize game like that. Though.
He probably holding some vicious thing to that thing.
Ooh, honey.
What thing? It's dust at this point. What thing? What thing you talking about, man? Can you imagine how that thing look? No offense. But can you imagine?
A Shar-Pei puppy.
Okay, I see
Shar-Pei puppy.
Bingo. I can see Tree right now just disgusted with us in the green room, man. Let's move on.
We didn't use no bad words.
The
second thing I want to talk about is Monique comes back again after Mr. Tyler Perry and Miss Oprah Winfrey. Now, my question is, aren't y'all tired of her with her rants about them? Isn't it over yet? I mean, this one, she's on tour with Cat Williams, I guess, opening up for him. And I hope she don't get into it like she did with D.L. Hughley, Lord, because that was a whole big. I was headliner. He was headliner. Anyway, she goes on this whole video rant. Somebody recorded it. It's F Tyler Perry, F Oprah Winfrey. Crowd say it with me, F them. They got to say it back. Then I guess she sees some people being kind of uncomfortable in the audience, so she stops this man. Hey, you like Oprah? He was like, I guess he must have said yes. She said, what's your name? She thought he said Bill. Wait, what's his name? His name was Melvin. Melvin was like, well, I do. And I guess his girl was sitting with him. And so he was like, well, Melvin, I need you to help us bring Oprah back to the black side. Bring her back to black. F her back out. Like she just going like simulating that the man need to be doing it with Oprah in a very vicious way. Then she turned it even up a notch. Gail and Oprah go together. She went on that whole rant. So I'm just wondering if she's just I'm
not a fan of Monique, and I love her defending herself the way she does so vociferously. But at the same time, I watched her comedy special. Maybe it was a year, maybe 2 years ago, the last one she had.
It was not good.
And what you just said is exactly right. She cusses too much.
She does.
Like, you can cuss too much. And every sentence was F this and F that and F you and F. And in black comedy, that's what they do. They cuss a lot. But she's over the top.
Well,
with cussing and F words. I don't think she's even that funny, to be honest.
When people go at stars like Oprah and Tyler Perry, they're trying to get shine. They're trying to bring light to themselves. They're trying to be a headline. It's shtick. You know, the world loves Tyler Perry. The world loves Oprah. So if I can say something to get people riled up, people are going to pay attention to me. That's all that is. She needs to grow up.
But Oprah does do some shady stuff. Like, I'm kind of with her on that. I mean, to a degree.
Oprah,
we're not going to get into it right now.
I'm ready.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, well, I'm over it. So I hope that, Monique finds her peace with that man. He's the bruz too, isn't he? And her husband the bruz. Y'all need to have a talk with him because he is running it. She calls him daddy. Okay. She calls him daddy. Anyway, it's your girl, Arlie Michelle, with a little Arlie Wood report.
Job, Outstanding
love
job.
Someone and let someone love you.
Well done, Arlie. Well done, Arlie.
All right. When we get back from the break, we'll introduce the new top 5. Can I go ahead and promote it right now?
You can definitely tease it now, sir. This is where it's supposed to be teased. Correct.
Well, a very interesting post in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group talked about an old school cartoon. We're gonna give you our top 5 old school cartoons, or our top 5 cartoons of all time. Period. Doesn't necessarily have to be old school. Whatever you want.
My reign to the top.
Simple.
My reign to the top starts now.
Okay. All right. And
we also going to mention. We're also going to mention who's up next in the world of the NBA after we get through the poll. Yeah,
and we got my man Naughty Dread coming in with the Funky 4. So a lot of stuff to get to before we get out of here, man, on your Thursday morning. Two Live Stews, don't go away.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge. With Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. You just saw that QR code. Scan that QR code and get a bottle of the wonderful Southern Edge products sent directly to your front door. All right? Scan that code right there. I'm your boy, Ryan Stewart. He's Doug Stewart. And in the middle, the great Naughty Dread. What up, Dread?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Everything is great, Naughty.
Naughty is in some type of super psychedelic space of sports.
Yeah, I'm in the sports studio today.
Huh?
I'm in the sports studio today.
Okay, all right. So what's up? What you got for us, man? What's the Funky 4? What we missed?
Well, and the chat already been buzzing about it, but Ryan Garcia tested positive for a banned substance called Ostarine after taking a voluntary anti-doping association test related to the Haney fight. Now, he claims it's a lie. He claims he ain't do it. He even on Twitter has one quote that says, "If I cheated, then I'm gay." So,
what?
yeah, he
better be careful with that, and we better be careful with that too.
He got 10 days to get that B sample in to, check it. But for right now, he looks to be a cheater because he also came in overweight for the fight. That's why he couldn't win the title.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about the other day when you mentioned this. He wasn't going to win a belt no matter what. He wasn't going to win the title no matter what. They did the fight just to do the fight, and obviously that weight and now throwing steroids or whatever the case may be, enhancements, he was cheating. He was definitely cheating. All right, what else you got for us?
Well, another boxing news, apparently it looked like Floyd Mayweather is being detained in Dubai over some money issues.
What kind of money issues? Floyd got money.
It started out as a rumor. Tank Davis put it out. Then 50 Cent was chiming in saying I'm gonna help him, but according to Rick Glazier, IBF Hall of Fame elector, he said he just got off the phone with a guy in Dubai. He told me that Floyd Mayweather is definitely being held by the government court system there, as he owes a substantial amount of money in Dubai. Now, I also had heard the rumor that one of his homeboys had stole some jewelry, and Mayweather offered to pay it back, but his homeboy bounced, and them folk want that jewelry back. So I don't know what the truth about that is, but apparently Mayweather is being held in Dubai right now.
Floyd Mayweather money long as train smoke, man.
Well,
what's the problem? Write a check.
So we think. You know, he's made so much bread and he shows so much bread. He should have that bread. But if he's locked up, something ain't right.
You trying to tell me Floyd tricked off $1 billion? I think Floyd was close to making like $1 billion in his fights totaled up.
Wow.
But them folks over there, man, they got so much money. Money is nothing to them. It's about, you know, principle and morals and things like that. So if somebody stole some jewelry or, you know, doing something, you know, that they don't find dignifying, they'll hold you. Money is nothing to them.
Okay. All right. What else you got?
Speaking of money, Travis Kelce, the highest paid tight end in the NFL after getting a 2-year extension worth $34.25 million. And he's 11 years in.
He's worth it.
I was about to say he's worth every penny of it. Typically, you don't see teams give guys that age this type of money, but he has deserved it. It could be his last contract on his way out. I don't know, but he's worth every single penny of it. He's a game changer.
Have I ever had this conversation with anybody? Y'all ever noticed that the black tight end is gone, basically? Like, you very rarely, I bet out of the 32 NFL teams, I'm betting 80% of them are Caucasian brothers, where back in the day, that didn't used to be the case. I mean, you ever think about that?
I've never thought about it, but you are shining some light on the subject.
And I'm sure that our Caucasian brothers could say, you ever notice that 50% of the quarterbacks now are black quarterbacks? Because they coming. Black quarterbacks are coming. We talked about this in the group, in the 2 Hours Hoops Facebook group. Next year, with the suspected early draft picks with Shador and a couple other guys coming out, man, like over half the league are going to have black starting quarterbacks next year.
And speaking of Shador, Deion just guaranteed that he'll be a top 5 pick next year. Y'all agree or disagree?
Oh, he might go number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, what's number 4, Naughty?
All right, Arlie kind of touched on it with the Kendrick Lamar and Drake rap beef, but my question is to y'all is, what are your favorite rap beefs from your time coming up that you can remember?
Off the top of my head, the LL and Cannabis went back and forth. I think LL destroyed Cannabis. A lot of people disagree with me. I don't know what they were listening to. LL spit hot fire. What was it? I can't even remember the name of the track right now, but yeah, man, that or MC Shan and KRS-One, KRS-One. KRS-One went head to head with a lot of them cats back in the day, though.
Well, he was trying to show that he was the teacher.
He is the teacher.
Yeah, no question.
It is. Absolutely.
No question.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that would be it for me.
Was it LL and 50 Cent also? Didn't 50 come at LL when 50 was first getting started?
No, I don't think so. It was 50 Cent and Ja Rule.
Ja Rule, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Ja Rule.
And Ja Rule.
That's one of my favorites right there.
What about one of the all-time greatest beefs? And I don't know if they had diss records back and forth, actually, but Biggie and Tupac, man, both of them guys end up dying over beef.
Oh, yeah, that was real.
That was real. You can't get no more realer than that.
Nah, that's the best one of all time.
And you know what they did? I
mean, Dr. Dre and Eazy-E was pretty strong too.
Yeah, I don't think Biggie had an actual diss track of Tupac, but Tupac, what was it? Hit him up.
Who shot you, Doug? Who shot you, Doug? Biggie's Who Shot You? That's straight at Pac.
That wasn't directed towards Pac. I don't think.
Straight at Pac, Doug.
He never said
he shot. After you had him shot.
Yeah, Doug. That's one of my favorites right there.
Okay. But Tupac's Hit 'Em Up was the most vicious diss track in the history. He went too far.
Yeah. Well, Tupac was the first one to really use names. Like he said who he was beefing with instead of like having it, just having to be deciphered.
You can't talk about another man's wife the way that Pac was talking about that man's wife. You just can't do that.
Had to happen. It had to happen. Gunplay. It had to be some gunplay.
It's terribly sad.
All right, Naughty, thank you so much for the Funky 4, Naughty Dread.
All right, and remember, it's Cadre.
That's old school. I forgot about that. It's Cadre. All right, you got to look that up. So, last bit of business, new business we got to get into before we get out here. Can you put up that little graphic of the great underdog? Have no fear. Underdog is here.
Uh-oh. I don't think we have that.
Oh, okay. Well, we can just talk through it.
I'm sorry. Where is it? You emailed me a graphic about underdog?
I texted to you, I think. But it's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
Everybody, so our demo of listeners are kind of like us in their mid 40s to mid 50s. And so a lot of people will remember the great underdog. Somebody posted something was going on with the anniversary or whatever, underdog, and they posted in the chat group about a gazillion comments about old school cartoons.
If you got the great underdog on your list, I got you today.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
So underdog, something about underdog was posted in the chat group, and it had a gazillion responses. People love talking about old school cartoons. We keep it light around here and funny. So give us your top 5 cartoons of all times. Not necessarily old school, not new school, not, adult cartoons, whatever you want. Your top 5 cartoons versus my top 5 cartoons. Go. You go first. Ryan goes first.
Well, my top 5 list is very simple, man. Number 5, one of the oldest or longest running cartoons in the history of all cartoons. The Simpsons. It's about real life. They projected the future. Marge, Homer, Bart, my kids, and my kids are young. My oldest is in the 8th grade.
You don't let your kids
love
watch
The Simpsons, man. It's a great show.
It's an adult cartoon. You shouldn't let your kids watch The Simpsons.
Well, it's a cartoon still, man. Number 4, personal favorite of mine, the Smurfs, man. The Smurfs introduced a new dialect to people. They created their own word or their own substitute word. When they say Smurf, it means something else, but they're not saying what it means. I think that's something we should incorporate in our show. Number 3, the great Bugs Bunny could never be caught, could never be killed, terrorized everybody. Them carrots. Bugs Bunny is one of the funniest characters in the history of characters, sir.
Can I make a quick comment? And I'm not going to let you keep on. Bugs Bunny technically didn't have his own cartoon. But go ahead.
You must be on drugs, man. The Flintstones, man. They took us back so far, back to the prehistoric days where cars didn't have motors and they did everything with their feet, walking around barefoot, wearing the same clothes. Little Bam Bam. Great cartoon, man. And I'm finishing it up with number 1. None other than Tom and Jerry. Jerry was a nuisance and was a thorn in Tom's side. Tom's whole life, because we know cats like eating mice. Tom's whole life was about catching Jerry, and he died episode after episode, scene after scene, trying to catch Jerry. Fabulous cartoon, man. One of my favorites, and I absolutely love it. That's my top 5. Y'all vote for me.
After school. Let's see his list one more time. Put his list up one more time, Tree. Let me take a look at it.
Simpsons, Smurfs, Bugs Bunny, who Doug says doesn't have a cartoon. He's on drugs. The Flintstones, and the great Tom and Jerry.
So let me dissect this a little bit. The Simpsons, that shouldn't be shown to kids. The Smurfs.
But wait, real quick. We didn't say cartoons for kids.
Right, no, we didn't.
Our favorite cartoons.
You're right.
So stop trying to throw salt in what I'm doing here. That's one of my favorite cartoons. The kids ain't got nothing to do with it. I see what you're trying to do, Doug.
Tree, bring up the list. Number 5, the great Hong Kong Phooey, number 1 super guy. All-time great cartoon. Number 4, I agree with you on the Flintstones. Just way ahead of its time, even though it was after its time. Coming in at number 3, the Smurfs. They actually introduced kids to kids cereals. The Smurfs, an all-time great cartoon. Coming in at number 2, Looney Tunes. Bugs Bunny never had his own cartoons.
I got him.
It was Daffy Duck. It was Leghorn, Foghorn. It was Yosemite Sam.
What was that show called?
They were the Looney Tunes. Bugs Bunny never had his own cartoon, and coming in at number 1. This is why you gonna lose. You don't pay homage to the black cartoon.
Great one.
Fat Albert, the great Fat Albert. Fat Albert comes in at number 1 in my all-time cartoon, sir.
Yeah. The reason why I didn't put Fat Albert on my list, man, is because it was created by Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby is your frat brother.
I'm cool with that.
It's Bill Cosby has been alleged or has allegedly done all these horrific things.
Yep.
Bill Cosby, sir, Fat Albert raised us. And I hate that you tried to throw some sand, salt.
I'm not throwing sand.
Bill Cosby's name, and we're
I'm not
referencing
throwing
Fat
sand.
Albert.
As a matter of fact, you're trying to benefit off Bill Cosby right now because you're the one that always talked about how Bill Cosby always talks bad and down to the black community. You're the one that always talked about that.
That's true.
So you want to put him on your list at number 1? Okay.
I didn't put him on the list. I put the cartoon on the list.
Just
We're talking about
black
the
people while
cartoon.
you at it.
We're talking about the cartoon.
He got you,
You
Doug.
really throw Bill Cosby under the bus like
Go ahead, Tree. You about to say something, Tree?
You throw Fat Albert under the bus like that?
I throw Bill Cosby under the bus. Go ahead, Tree.
I never said a word about Bill Cosby.
But who wrote the cartoon? Whose cartoon is that?
Wow.
He got you. That's all.
Wow.
Thank you, Tree. Thank you very much, Tree. Yeah, I got him today. This is awesome.
We'll see what the people got to say, man.
Right. The people are definitely going to be deciding.
We'll see what the people got to say. Real quick, man. Who you got next in the NBA before we get out of here? I got to go make the donuts.
Is it just one? How many can I pick?
I think we said just pick 3 or 4 guys. And when we say who's got next, if you missed the show a little bit earlier and you're listening to the 2 Live Stews, this is the first year in 20 years that either Steph, KD, or LeBron hadn't made it to the second round of the playoffs. So we started talking about them and their careers, our thoughts about them and their careers. And now we're asking the question, who's up next? Give us 3 or 4 guys who are going to be the face of the NBA going into the next 10, 15 years.
Okay, you said 3. Do they have to be in order?
I mean, if you want, doesn't matter.
All right, no particular order.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson with my New York Knicks. He's 27 years old, so he's at the top of the list age-wise, but he's a young beast. He's a stud, and he is the reason why the Knicks are doing what they're doing right now.
He is, but he's a little bit older than I think this category calls for. But it's your list. Go ahead.
You didn't put an age on it, Doug.
You're right.
What's the age?
You're right.
Yeah, I hate when you do this. I hate when you try to belittle me in slick, sly ways. You're trying to undercut what I'm doing here, and you shouldn't do that.
You're right, man. I take that back. Jalen Brunson is fine to put on your list.
You make me not want to do the show with you when you do stuff like this.
Go ahead, man.
Jalen Brunson, Nikola Jokic in Denver, the Joker, he's phenomenal. And if I had to pick a third one, man, I would say Ant-Man in Minnesota, Anthony Edwards. He's the youngest that I could find. He's 22, but he plays like he's been around the league for a decade. Offensively, defensively, he's like only 6'4", but plays like he's 6'9", 6'10". Those are my 3, man. Jalen Brunson with the Knicks, the Joker with Denver, and Anthony Edwards with Minnesota, man.
Brunson is just phenomenal. Did you see the video we posted in the chat group about him and his dad? When him and his dad were training on the basketball court, he was like 12 years old.
That's what it takes, man.
That's what it takes, man.
That's what it takes.
Joker, I don't think Joker could be categorized as next. He's already been there. He's won MVPs, and I think he's a little bit older. He's probably in his late 20s, maybe even early 30s.
He's 29.
Okay. And who's the last guy you said?
I asked you about the age, Doug. You didn't put an age restriction on it, Doug.
Oh, I thought that was assumed.
Just go ahead, man. Man, just go ahead with your list so I can go. I gotta go.
Who was your last guy? I'm sorry.
Jalen, Joker, and Ant-Man.
Oh,
Minnesota.
Ant-Man. Yeah. So Ant-Man is number 1 on my list. If I had to rank them, I would put Ant-Man number 1 on my list. Anthony Edwards, straight from Atlanta. The force is strong in that kid, man. The force is super strong in Anthony Edwards, man. So I would put him number 1. Number 2, I would probably, and this is kind of like a backtrack for me, because I was questioning how good this Wembanyama kid is.
Oh, yeah.
And questioning the fact that he's like 7'8", weighing 150 pounds. If he can stay healthy, remember Shaggy used to always say tall guys like that, they always have feet issues.
Right.
Which, if you look in the history of the NBA, that's kind of true.
That's true. Yao
If he
Ming.
can stay healthy and put on another 15, 20 pounds and shooting from the three like he does at 7'5", he's going to be a problem. And the last guy is a guy that before the last 2 years, I think most of us would have probably had him on top of this list, is our homeboy Ja Morant. Without the whole gunplay issues, man, Ja is just
he's incredible.
A killer.
He's incredible.
Ja's a killer. So I'm hoping he can redeem himself from the stuff that's happened over the last couple of years.
Tattoo Street for me. I believe in the kids. I believe in mentorship. And with him continuing to be in the news for the wrong reasons, that's not a good look for the kids.
It's definitely not a good look for the kids, but I'm hoping that he, with his injury, and he missed basically the whole year. He was suspended for the first part. And then when he came back, he got injured like within a couple of weeks. I'm hoping that there's time to sit and think. He'll start to figure things out and understand that he has this amazing opportunity here. When he comes back, hopefully he'll be good. But Ja, the way we're talking about Ant-Man right now, we've been talking about Ja like that for the last 2-3 years.
Well, they're saying he's probably already lost or costed himself, I'm talking about Ja, over $100 million already. Because he was in line for like a $200 million deal.
Yeah.
And then the trouble took that deal off the table. So I hope he gets this straight, man. Are we done already, man? Is it over?
We're done. We out of here. I mean, if
Well,
we had applause.
I had a whole bunch of text messages I wanted to read out of the chat.
Shots. Go ahead. Let's go ahead. Go ahead. Shots out
That
to
Ninja
us.
said the Two Live Stews were the only Super Bowl week interviews I would watch back in the day. Quite frankly, everybody else's Super Bowl week shows were annoying. Defense says Steph and Durant are best shooters in the LeBron era. Julius 35C, LeBron has been in the league for 3 years more than Durant. Also, Kevin was out with an Achilles injury. Mm-hmm. That don't have nothing to do with LeBron's career average still being higher than Kevin
I think he's
Durant.
talking about the whole scorer thing.
Yeah.
LeBron's not regarded by NBA guys. LeBron's not regarded as one of the greatest scorers.
He's only scored more points than anybody that's ever played the game. Y'all stop hating.
Two different conversations. You just don't understand.
It's not. You got to score the basketball to be the greatest scorer.
Okay.
You got to score the basketball. That Ninja said, the notion that a player should stay with one team to make a fan happy that doesn't know or give a damn about him is ridiculous. Thank you very much for that Ninja.
It's just kind of lame. That's all. It's just kind of lame.
The great Naughty Dread said, KD is the black Dirk, but Dirk led a team to a chip. Much respect. Hollywood says she loves Ray Allen.
Another homeboy from the great state of South Cackalack.
Loose Neck Size said Durant won't touch a hairbrush. Just woke up in the morning and hoop.
Is that necessary?
But
is that even necessary?
I think that's why we never had him on air also. Because I made a joke about that when we saw him in Houston, and I think we never got him because of that.
Oh, he's very sensitive too. He's
sensitive.
Top two sensitive NBA players of all time, Kevin Durant and Dwight Howard.
Oh, no question.
We almost had to fight Dwight Howard on a plane, man.
Shouts out to Rel Scott giving up props to the great Southern Edge Beverage Company. I put that Southern Edge in my barbecue sauce, lit up the entire neighborhood. It's fire, Rel. Now we got that scan QR code. You can just scan and get more. And I got one more. I got two more. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids. How could you not add Scooby-Doo to your cartoon list? I debated putting Scooby on that list.
Just didn't make the cut. A bunch of weed head kids from the 70s. They just didn't make the list. Honorable mention to them, though.
That's why I wanted them on the list.
Heads.
And last but not least, so the racist Tom and Jerry cartoon over Bill. Charles Edward 31. Tom and Jerry was racist?
They say a lot of the cartoons back then had racist undertones. We just didn't understand because we was laughing too much.
Man, we used to watch Boy Luke Duke drive around in a rebel car.
Right. Dukes of Hazzards.
That really hurts my heart. Scan this barcode below to order and have bottles delivered to you to your doorstep.
Pull out your phone. Pull out your phone right now. You got a second to grab your phone and scan this QR code.
Yep. Hey, man, real quick, I got to thank the great Arlie Michelle. Wonderful entertainment report this morning. Outstanding job, Arlie. Congratulations. You're just nailing it. You're killing it. The great Naughty Dread, we appreciate it. Got to get you out of that tunnel you spoke in today.
Appreciate it, Arlie.
Yeah, Naughty was in the tunnel today. We got to get him out of that tunnel.
You had a snowstorm, and Naughty was in a wind tunnel.
The great Tree Taylor for the outstanding job on yesterday's session. with the voiceover work for Southern Edge and the SNS event, as well as today's show. Thank you very much, Tree. We appreciate all you do. Doug, I don't like how you keep trying to undercut me and what I'm trying to do on the show. I don't like how you make things up and just throw them all over the place, man. But outstanding performance by you today, sir. You get an A+. You do.
Wow, I appreciate that. Even though you take liberties to throw our black heroes under the bus for things that have nothing to do with the category that we talked about today, I thought that was pretty bad. But even then, still, I'm giving you an A+, man. That was a great show, man. That was a great show.
Man.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Bill be talking bad about his. Bill be talking bad about his people. You put him at number 1 on your list. That's crazy.
I didn't mention Bill Cosby. You did. I mentioned Fat Albert.
You didn't have to mention Bill Cosby.
Cartoons. We weren't talking about Bill Cosby slipping Mickeys in people's drinks.
Fat Albert is Bill's show.
We were not talking about Bill Cosby.
Fat Albert is the curator of that. Bill Cosby's the curator of that show.
The only black-based cartoon that us black kids had in the 70s, and you throw it under the bus.
For him to turn around and throw niggas under the bus all day long. Yeah, okay. That's cool. I get it. No worries, Doug. We're good. We're good here. Fat Albert didn't talk about black people not doing this and not doing that and buying too many sneakers and drinking moonshine. Fat Albert didn't do that.
All right, we're going to put the poll up here in the next 20 minutes. Y'all go vote. This is another easy win for me. Take the opportunity to throw Bill Cosby under the bus. Nobody even mentioned Bill Cosby.
Doug, you don't have to mention the guy that made the cartoon.
You got your kids watching an adult-themed cartoon like The Simpsons. Tom and Jerry was an after-school cartoon. A lot of whatever, man. I'm gonna win this one
all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Thank you, God.
Peace.
See y'all next week.
Peace.